Our reporter Mangoba Mkunu is at the Mandela residence in Orlando West in Soweto. He earlier spoke to Felicia Mabuza-Suttle. Here's that interview.
She meant so much to me that, ironically, a couple of weeks before, I had just sent a message to Uzinzi saying, I'm coming to Denmark and I'm coming to see you there. And next thing I got a message from her saying, no, I've just arrived in South Africa and I'm coming to spend the weekend with Mama and we're going to Kunu and whatever. And next thing, a text message comes through and it says, Winnie Madikizela Mandela has passed on. I could not believe my ears, my eyes, my everything. So I could not have done anything but take the next plane and come here. And here I am today to come and pay my last respects to my Shiro, Winnie Mandela.
And obviously your relationship with Mama Winnie doesn't start now. It goes a few years back. You said that she was an inspiration growing up as a young girl.
She was. I grew up in Soweto, obviously looked up to Winnie Mandela. I mean, she's so regal. All I can tell you is that I always say that she's the type of person when she walks into the room with a click of her heels, she commands respect. You stop and you just look at her. She is the most regal woman I've ever known in many ways. So yes, I grew up wanting to be like Winnie, look like Winnie, be fearless like Winnie, be courageous like Winnie. Later on in life, I'm so proud to say that I was able to come close to her and be what she called my little sister, and I called her my big sister as well. She'd come to the show when I asked her to, but she'd never talk about Winnie Mandela. She'd talk about the people, the need to help the community, etc. It was my last interview with her that she ultimately opened up and talked about what she went through during the time of her banishment, in solitary confinement. The story that even stays longer with me was when she says, I was in solitary confinement and there were all these ants. And to stay sane, I named 2 of them after my children, and I started talking to them so that I can remember my children, I can remember who I am, I can feel connected to them. What that woman went through is just unexplainable, and how she could still have the strength to fight for all of us to this day, even in death. Let her legacy live on forever. She cannot die. It cannot die.
Let's look at, young women. There's a lot to learn, certainly, from Mama Winnie Madikizela Mandela. What should the younger generation of women take from the struggle icon?
It stands for what you believe in. That's one thing she did. She stood for what she believes in. Her life was a purpose. I always say her story is important. Her dreams counted, and she made an impact in our lives. We cannot forget that. So that's what young people should learn. Make your life purposeful, stand for something and fight for it.